So you've just hit level 120. Now what? Well, as the saying goes, now you can play the game. But before you can get into mythic raids or high level keys or rated PvP or whatever you fancy, we got to get that character caught up. So in this video I'm going to be going over how you can best spend your time to get your characters caught up fast so you can move on to endgame content. When you first hit level 120, you're immediately going to get a quest that sends you to your capital ship and then on to the Nazjatar. This is the beginning of the legendary cloak quest line. This is going to unlock your Heart of Azeroth. This is going to unlock your essences. So you really need to just take care of this first thing when you hit level 120. It's a really extensive quest. It takes you all over the world. But in the process, you'll get a number of gear upgrades, you'll get some corrupted items, you'll get a weapon, so it definitely is worth doing. It's pretty much going to unlock all 8.3 content as well, so do this quest line first. Although it doesn't have much to do with item level, you are going to want to get some essences on your new tune, and you're going to want to level up that Heart of Azeroth so you can actually use them. In patch 8.3, a new catch-up system was introduced called Echoes of Ny'alotha. This currency allows you to purchase any essence you have on your main character as long as you have it at rank 3 or higher. You can get Echoes of Ny'alotha by doing pretty much all the other things that are recommended in this guide. So horrific visions, assaults, emissaries, battleground wins, getting a mythic plus dungeon done. All of those things are going to reward you with Echoes of Ny'alotha. Once you have those essences, though, you're still going to need to level up your Heart of Azeroth in order to actually use them. If you want to use 3, you're looking at leveling up your Heart of Azeroth all the way to level 75. Now that will increase its item level as well. But no matter what your item level is, you're going to need essences if you want your character to perform well. If this is your first level 120 character, however, this currency isn't going to be of much help to you. You're going to need to find out what essences your character needs or wants, and you're going to want to look up how to get them, as there are way too many for me to go over in this guide. A great way to start gearing out your character is to check out your world quests every day. These items scale all the way up to item level 445, as well as the corresponding emissary quests. They're quick to do, very easy, so I would highly recommend checking out world quests every day or evening or whenever you log in to make sure that you aren't missing out on anything. Another good source of gear is whatever the weekly event happens to be. Time walking is definitely the best one, because the time walking dungeons provide some nice rewards in and of themselves, and then you get an item level 445 piece at the end, but also the 4 mythic dungeon quest is great too. That gives you an item level 460 piece when you complete it. So make sure that you check out your capital city's weekly quest giver and complete whatever it is that they're giving that week for a nice little gear boost. Next on the list is the major and minor assaults that take place in Uldum and Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Completing these assaults will give you an item level as high as 440 gear that's likely to be corrupted. You also need to do these anyway if you want to do horrific visions, which is going to be another important source of gear, so make sure that you do assaults whenever they pop. Even if your goal isn't the PvP long term, you might consider conquest capping your first week, because this will give you an item level 440 weapon, which can otherwise be hard to come by. So consider doing some battlegrounds or arenas to get that done. Horrific visions are a huge part of patch 8.3. As a fresh 120, you're just going to want to get as far as you can. Even completing the main objective will give you an item level 420 reward. It's also going to give you some more of those Echoes of Ny'alotha, which you need for your essences, and allow you to upgrade your legendary cloak. So you want to keep up on your horrific visions as much as you can. But what about dungeons and raids? This is WoW, right? Well, you definitely want to try and complete a mythic keystone your first week of being 120, even if it's just a 2. Regular mythics give item level 430 gear, which is pretty nice, so if you can find a group for that, go ahead and do it. Raid Finder also gives item level 430 gear. I will preface that by saying that the raid finders that I did on my fresh 120 were very long and very painful. So if you're going to go ahead and queue for that, just be ready that might be something you have to deal with. So doing these things that I've recommended to you should get your character to about level 450 before you notice a pretty steep drop off with some of these things. At that point, it's going to be up to you how you want to spend your time gearing your alt, whether it be normal raids, heroic raids, mythic plus, PvP. From there, it's up to you. I hope you found this guide helpful, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you liked it and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be having a lot more World of Warcraft content coming soon. Happy gearing.